Welcome to Beyond Tomorrow, with ideas designed to look toward the future, with personal examples, live interviews, and more. Hi, I'm Jim Melton. Listening secrets. That's the topic for today's podcast. Very few programs are given on listening, so I thought I'd take a few moments and share some ideas on the subject. Now, this may surprise you, but don't trust me on anything that I share with you today. Rather, tune in and challenge me by experiment and see where it takes you. These are difficult times for many of us. And we have to realize also that they're very good times because they define who we are. So let's see where this takes us regarding listening. And we listen in many ways. You know, a lot of people feel that we listen with our ears. But I'm of the persuasion that we only hear with our ears, but we listen with our minds. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say that you're on a street corner, traffic is all around you, and you reach in your pocket to pull out a shopping list or whatever, and you hear a coin drop on the concrete. But you listen to where that coin rolls to on the pavement. Another example, you're in a crowded room, conversations going on all around you, and you hear someone call out your name. And in the noise of the crowd, you tune in and listen to that area. Test me on this. Try it out. You'll be surprised. You see, in reality, many people are very poor listeners. Many people are just listening for a break in the conversation so they can insert their comments. Another example is you're at a party. Everyone's having fun, including yourself, which is a good thing. And there's someone before you that you're talking with about something very personal and very interesting to you. And all of a sudden, without any warning, you see them or feel them leave their body. They're gone. You see, listening is probably one of the hardest aspects of communication. It's often even more difficult than talking. Now, both areas are extremely important. Let me play a short video of a segment of a program that I gave that demonstrates the essentials, the key points of listening. The second element that we want to discuss right now very quickly is listening. And I put it this way: listen behind what you hear the other person feeling. See, we only hear with our ears, but we listen with our minds. How do you tune in? I call this concerned listening. It's a feeling nature. It's kind of like Thomas Gordon wrote about this in his book, Parent Effectiveness Training and Leadership Effectiveness Training. He talked about it as active listening. Have you heard of active listening at all? All right, I go a little bit further than that, and that has to do with the concern we have for other people, or maybe the compassion or the empathy could be as well. But how to listen is a key ingredient. Listening with 100% attention is difficult. I know. I've lost all of you at one time or another since I began speaking. I mean, once, twice, 15 times, 25 times. You're gone. You're home. You're thinking about tonight. You're at dinner, whatever it is. And it's natural. Listening with 100% presence is not an easy thing to do. Let me ask you a question. Do you know when you have someone's attention? Sure you do. Do you know when you don't? Do you think it works the other way around? Of course it does. So the way we connect with people is a key factor in how we do it. I was in Las Vegas a while back, and I was getting ready to fly back to Palm Springs. And sitting next to this guy, and he was sitting right next to a very stately-looking woman. And he was talking and talking and talking, and she was very patiently listening. And he kept talking and talking and talking, and she was listening. And he kept talking and talking and talking. She said 3 magic words: "Tell me more." So he did. He kept talking and talking. And at the end of 8 minutes, I lost track of the word "I" he used after 58. And she had only used the word "I" twice. Mostly she was talking about him. How many shows did you see in Vegas? How much money did you win? Where did you stay? Where are you traveling to? Tell me about your children. Where do you buy the suit? What do you do for a living? Talking about the individual. And then he got up to the flight attendant to board the plane, and he said, "I just met the most interesting conversationalist." When someone asks you about your children, what are they waiting and begging for you to ask them about their kids? Yeah. When someone asks you what you do for a living, what are they wanting you to ask them? When someone asks you, have you gone on a vacation this year? Have you traveled anywhere this year? What would they like you to ask them? Listening. We only hear with our ears, but we listen with our minds. It is absolutely critical. Cavett Robert put it this way: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
So, in bringing this to a close, many people know the inner feeling of being listened to by a skillful listener. The feeling of being truly heard, valued, included, and understood. Someone once put it this way: being listened to is so close to being loved that many people can't even tell the difference. I trust these ideas have been valuable, and those of you who would like a continuation of these ideas for personal coaching or a virtual presentation for your business, just contact me. I look forward to hearing from you. And remember, we're in touch, so you be in touch. Thanks for tuning in.